We're here at Bowl Expo, and we want to talk to Scott
Wilbur.
Scott Wilbur. Got to get the right Scott.
Scott Wilbur. There we are, and you are you are the president, or is your brother too? What's he? Vice president?
Yeah, Dave's vice president. Yep, and we're both partners.
That's going to be
partners.
tough for him, isn't it, to try to become? A lot of times people strive for the next position.
Yeah, I have to watch my back all the time.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
and
a
couple brake lines have been cut, and
Techline products, and you have one of the most unique bowling balls that has a label that's actually made into the ball itself.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about Motiv.
Well, Motiv is a brand that we've been in the bowling business for over 50 years, and as you know, things changed in the industry and customer base and things like that. We had an opportunity. We developed some technology that was really unique, patentable. We actually just got a patent on on the main portion of it, and we've got another patent that we've developed also with it that is pending right now. So it's something that we'll be able to do for a long time. It's something that the industry's wanted to do for a long time, and we figured it out. It took a long time. It was very hard to do, and it's a difficult process, but it's a great thing. It's very cool.
So not only do they look good, but they play very well.
Right.
And an independent judge bowling this month kind of paid us almost a supreme compliment.
Yeah.
So best overall and
most versatile ball. Yeah, it was very good. We were only actually in 4 categories of the I think there were 6 categories for the voting. We were in 4 of them. We ended up actually winning 3 of those categories. We also got a second and a third. So we had 5 placements in there, and we won most versatile ball of 2011, and that's a great thing. We've come a long ways in just a few years. I'll be the first to admit that our first season's balls were really beautiful, but we weren't as expert at urethane as we needed to be. This upcoming season, we've got better every year. And this season, we've really made some huge technological breakthroughs, and you're going to be really excited to see what we've got coming for 2012, 2013.
Who comes up with the names?
The names are actually everyone throws names in. We get names from people in the field. We get names from our children. We get names from depending on our moods of the day and stuff. We get them from TV. We just all see something that we think would maybe be really cool, and we just throw it into a bin. We must have 500 or 600 names. We research them, see if there's not something that hasn't used it for a few years, and as long as we're not going to step on anybody's toes, we use it. But we try to be original when we can. They're all original, but we try to make them something nobody's ever used before if possible. But yeah, it's actually, I came up with the word cruel. I think I did the Sigma. I'm not sure what, I think my son came up with the Raptor. Actually, my son designs the graphics now on the balls. And I
was going to ask you, who comes up with the colors? That's
yeah,
him too?
The colors are actually, everybody kind of throws in their 2 cents. And but yeah, it's a real big team effort at the shop. I mean, we have even the guys out in the back, the guys who are out there casting the balls and doing things. They're all involved in, what do you like? What do you think is cool? And we try to, everybody's taken a real interest and, really feels ownership in the product line.
It's like a family business, everybody that works for you, right?
Well,
in a sense.
It's like, right, exactly. We're all really good friends, and we all work very hard, and everyone's basically been very kind to us as owners of the company, in the fact that when we first started, it was, we were like, guys, there isn't going to be raises until we start making money, and they're like, that's okay, we're on board. Well, things have gotten a lot better, and so now they're starting to see some of the dividends of their hard work and their effort, and just entrusting us and believing in the company. So yeah, it's a very good thing. But,
and then you're very diversified. Ken had mentioned Techline earlier. And some of their products would be...
Yeah, the ball plug. We manufacture ball plug, which is the #1 selling ball plug in the industry. We feel it's definitely the highest quality product out there. We've had that for about 25 years. We've got that. We're actually working on some another quick set type ball plug, also a urethane type ball plug. We're being very careful to make sure that it's as non-hazardous as it can be, because there are definitely some more dangerous aspects to the urethane type products, but we try to avoid those, and we're going to be very careful about that. Anyway, it's and we manufacture polishes and cleaners, and we actually manufacture for a lot of other industries too. We're big into the hardware industry and other things, but the bowling thing has been fun, and it's been a real challenge. And I'll tell you one thing: the competition has been actually very kind to us, and a great sense of camaraderie. I must say, I had 3 presidents of other bowling ball companies come up to me and wish me the best, and tell me how much they loved our product, and that means a lot to me. It means a lot that they're, I know that they want to have their company do the best, obviously, but it's nice that they're kind enough to come over and be good to us.
Well, one thing might be is because down the line they may want that technology of the labels into their balls.
Yeah, I think that's there
may
be
friendly, want to be good. You don't want to make people upset.
Yeah, but and I'm sure that everybody would like to have this kind of technology, but but it's just one of those things where we're really pleased with what we have, and and we feel really blessed, and we're really thankful, and we'll see what happens. Everything changes every day.
Now, the 4 of the 6 categories that the balls were in for BTM, have you done anything to take care of the other 2?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we didn't really have an entry-level type ball, and so we actually came up with 2 additional products for that. The Ascent line, which have been extremely successful. They just were rated in BTM this month, and it just phenomenal ratings on them for an entry-level price point type ball. So that was really good. We also needed to get a big hooking, heavy oil and heavy carry down type ball, which is the Too Cruel, which releases in about 3 weeks, and that ball is just incredible, and it's been so well received by the guys who've gotten the test bullet, and we're really fortunate. We worked really hard to get something that was the real trick. That was a cover stock issue, really. We had great cores, great manufacturing capabilities, great perfection of manufacture, but what we really needed was just to really push the limits of urethane, and this is beyond, I think, where anybody's gone before. So very cool product.
Now, with the smaller ball companies, you don't have a lot of releases, so a boat anchor, as we used to call them, would be lethal.
Right.
A lot of research and development to make sure that every ball is a winner.
Right. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's you. At this point, it's like every time you release a ball, your reputation rides on it, and I think it's actually that really holds true to every company. I think that if anybody really throws a real loser out there, it pays negative dividends for a while. But we are very cautious about what we release. We're really cautious about doing our homework. If you look at like the Too Cruel, that is based on a core that was in the ball called the Cruel. Okay, that core, they look virtually identical, but we could have used it. It would have worked fine in this ball, except for there were a couple little issues. We wanted to lower the mid diff. We wanted to use the increase in performance we got from the cover stock, and so it was very expensive, but we remanufactured all of our molds and to create a new core entirely for it, even though it looks very similar to the old one. But it's either perfect or it's not, and it's either the best effort we can make or it's not, and we don't compromise on our quality or on making our best effort. So this is, that's our commitment to quality. We could have slid the other one in there, probably had a really great ball, but it wouldn't have been as great as it could be. And so we want to make them absolutely perfect. So. And
I think that's great for the people to know that, and especially the people that buy your equipment, that they're getting top quality, right, and you're just not shoving stuff out to try to increase the sale, because typically a lot of times companies come up with balls because they want to get that initial sale. Right. A lot of people, well, I'll buy that next one. I like that. I'll buy it. And instead of, hey, this is a great ball, I want that ball because it's great.
Right. We just we want everyone to be just absolutely thrilled with it, and I think you can see how great our reputation is getting out there, because distributors will talk to us and they'll say, yeah, other companies have fans, but you guys have like rabid fans. It's like a cult almost. People are they're just crazy about Motiv, and it's because the guys they recognize the fact that we're out there really trying to do the absolute best we can as a teammate with them. They're bowling, we're making the stuff, we're partners in this, and we do exactly as a manufacturer what we would wish manufacturers would do on things that I would buy. So we don't want to let anybody down, and we want to we just try very, very hard to make them happy. So
now, which one of your balls would you consider as the ball that really performed in sales a lot better than you might have initially thought?
Well, I think that I think one of the kind of the surprise balls was the Sigma Tour was meant. We made it very plain. It's black with just a kind of a nice, cool, clean graphic on it. We knew the ball would be wonderful. We really built that because we had so many pro guys who just loved that ball in testing, and we weren't really going, well, we need another Sigma because the SR2 had been doing really well. But it was so good, and we were like, well, the sales will probably be fairly limited on this ball because it's really for the pros. It's a slight tune, but that slight tune on that ball was so just made that ball just really sing. And so suddenly here it becomes the most versatile ball 2011. Sales in it have been phenomenal. It continues to sell very well. It's going into its third year, and it's just a really, it's been a real good little seller for us, I guess.
Yeah, with that tour, some people may think, oh, that's just a ball for the people on the tour.
Right.
And it really isn't.
It isn't. We just put that in there because it was really designed by the guys on the tour, and we knew that it would be really popular on tour. But everything we make is something that consumers can get. The guys on tour are getting exactly the same ball that you're buying in the store, and we don't compromise on that at all. If the guys get production balls, the guys on tour, we don't do anything special to them, and so we make sure that what the guys on tour use are what the guys out there, in the house league or whatever they're playing, or PBA, they all can use that, and we try to make sure everything's differentiated enough so that there's a need for it too in our line.
And I know, talking to a lot of different pro shops, I ask them, that's one of the first things I ask them. I say, how does Motiv sell? And I can't remember anybody saying, we haven't sold one.
Yeah.
They all say, good.
Oh yeah,
they do good. So that's a positive.
It is a positive. We get a lot of guys who go, well, I'll give it a try, kind of thing, and then it's usually 6 months, and they're like, holy cow, you guys are like my #1 ball seller now. And it's based on the fact that nobody ever comes back and says, oh, the ball didn't perform. Nobody comes back and says, oh, I think you misdrilled this. The balls are perfect. So when the guy drills it, his drilling is then, as close to perfect as he can make it. The margin of error in our equipment is almost zero. They're just right on spec. They're made. We don't correct anything under the skin, and to make things that probably wouldn't be good, make them look good. Everything is perfect. We ran 1,800 two cruels the other day, and we threw 6 in the dumpster, and those 6 were only because of just basically a blem or a scratch from the grinder or something like that. But it was all cosmetic. It wasn't because of any performance or anything like that. So we make perfect bowling balls, and that helps the driller to be better, and it helps the consumer to be more satisfied.
No seconds or X outs, huh?
I do get some seconds, but they're only cosmetic, and we use those to either demo to pro shops, or we actually have a high school program where we sell them extremely cheap through certain pro shops, where the pro shop is also a coach, which is also a big Motiv seller, because we have very, very few, and so we just try to do something good with it for the youth.
How about a phone number and a website?
Yeah, the phone number 1-800-235-8324. Our website is www.motivbowling.com. Now, on Motiv, it's MOTIV bowling. So there's no E on the Motiv. So motivbowling.com.
And the Techline website?
Yeah, and the tech line is techlineproducts.com also. And yeah.
Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
Scott
Thanks,
Wilbur,
Kenny.
President.
Thank you so much.
And maybe sometime we'll get a chance to meet your brother.
Oh yeah.
Get him out of the
he's in the lab.
warehouse. Yeah,
he's in
get
the
him
lab.
out of there.
That poor kid. He's in the lab. He's really ugly, so we don't let him out. No, actually, he's way better looking than I am.
Well,
so,
we'll have to do is interview him sometime and get his interview of what he's doing in the lab.
Yeah, he's
not secrets, but kind of.
He's paranoid.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll get anything out of him. He'll just sit there and.
All right, we won't ask him nothing. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.